Yeah, so I did learn from it. That's why I joined the band. So I learned from it. I was a hell of a trombone player too. I learned from that.
Thought you was on the kazoo, man. You look like a kazoo.
Hey man, you know what? Speaking of learning, I have something I have to say. This is not about our dearly departed, but it is about one of our dearly departed, Ben Davis. So let me say this. Ben Davis. Now you know we joke. Marvin, we get on Ben Davis every week. And let me say this, and I don't know if y'all saw my Facebook post about Ben Davis. All right, so Ben Davis, he decided to leave after 6 years, right? Was it 6? Going on 6 years?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So and players, y'all can piggyback off this if y'all want to. I salute Ben Davis. Even though we joked on love Ben Davis, I love his perseverance. But at the same time, people have to realize that sometimes, you know, I would say a Bama defensive scheme is probably not for a player like Ben Davis. And Ben Davis is probably not a player for Alabama defensive scheme. It's not saying that he's not a good player. It's just the fact that he probably didn't fit what Bama had to offer. So, you know, I in the end, man, I have to give him props for sticking and staying that long and hoping that if he goes to the next school, you know, maybe he'll shine. I think he got one more year, so he got to really get it. So I'm looking at that.
But you brought up a valid point, and I think that's one of the things that made Lorenzo so special. The fact that he moved from D tackle to nose tackle to DE and still excelled. And those were some of his better years after he switched positions.
Wow. Yeah. So the thing is, man, Ben is moving on, and it does two things. It shows that he does want to play football. And hopefully he'll you know get more out of it than he got out of that, you know, than what Alabama got out of him. And number two, it like cuts my joke book in half by this much. So my joke book, like he Ben and turned my joke book into a magazine, and I don't appreciate that.
Magazine.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it actually turned into a pamphlet. So, but you know,
a pamphlet.
Yeah. I do.
So Marvin, we can't do nothing but wish Ben the best, man. We can't do nothing but wish.
I wish nothing but the best for him. You know, at the end of the day, I always want to see any guys who played at Alabama be successful. But at the end of the day, you also got to realize when you play at Alabama, it's a different level of competitiveness. Just like when I came in, I had an All-American in front of me. And everybody asked me, why are you going there? And you got an All-American that's a year ahead of you in front of you. Because I knew I was going to take his job. Everybody's not up for that challenge. You know, it's a different mentality to play that kind of way. So,
and you know, man, you gotta be a special player, man. You know, y'all speaking of gold. You saying he changed positions and still excel? Yeah. That's a hell of a player.
And you ask me, he did some of his best work at DE.
He really did, though. He really did.
Wow. And Ben did some of his best work catching them highlights of getting ran over, missing tackles. And
no. See, Ben's best highlight was when Landon Dickerson got hurt. Ben came off the bench trying to fight somebody.
Y'all dirty, man.
They terrible. Mike, they terrible. They terrible, man.
I think the best. The best highlight. I think the best highlight was when Steve was imitating Steven talking about Ben Davis being good.
No, don't even bring that up, man.
Hey man, but look, hey, I really believe, and honestly, I'm a Ben Davis fan after this. I hope that he excels, man. I really do.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too.
So is there any word on where he's going? DeVry ITT Tech minutes online.
Bro.
No, I'm just kidding.
Because of ITT Tech.
No. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm a Canadian. No, I'm saying so. Any word on where he's going?
No, as of right now.
Steven thinks he may be headed to South Alabama, but other than that,
he might be in South Alabama though. He might end up at South.
Hey, you know what? So what about with Deion Sanders, Jackson State? I think that he might be a good pickup there.
Could be.
He could be. I'll keep a lookout on him. Deion's everywhere here lately, so even going through the snow to try to find an open Waffle House right now.
Yeah. Hey man, I tell you what, and this is on the real. Listen, all this stuff Deion Sanders doing on camera and this and that, I'll tell you what, he better win. He better go undefeated this season with all that camera work on him, because now they are going to turn on his ass. I promise you.
I mean, that's where I'm from. You saw they went and robbed them. I mean, they serious out there in Jackson. Either they all the way in with you, or cause you got to go.
But the thing is, they're going to turn on him nationwide, because he's like making it about him, and I understand what he's doing. But in those situations, you can excel or you can fail miserably.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I personally think he's going to excel just from the aspect he's going. It's different when representation is everything.
Mm-hmm.
You got a coach that looks like you. Like that's like we laughing at Ben Davis. I know he got a lot, but we all are system players. And if you don't have, it's not that he's not a good player. It's not that he couldn't be a great player. It takes a special coach to bring the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know your position coach may not like you just because of your hair, or you may not be his physical attribute. You know what I'm saying? Or your position.
Do I hear another Freddie Millen story? Was that what you're trying to say?
It could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
Hey, Mike, just go ahead and say it. Prime time gonna get the best out them boys because he prime time. He talk like him. He walk like him.
You look like him.
Swag. Exactly.
Look now, I'm like telling you, man. That's why
prime time
is different. When you can go sit at your first thing a black mama gonna say is, "Are you gonna take care of my baby?" He raising you to be a young man. On top of you giving me, a small town hero, a chance to play on ESPN. I was overlooked. I got a chip on my shoulder. I couldn't pass a certain class or make a certain grade, and you gonna give me
on the ACT?
Hold on, man.
Hey, man.
Back up.
But Mike, hold on, Steve. Mike, let me ask you something though, Mike. Did a coach ever walk into your house with a gold chain and diamonds on?
No, but the reason
that's what I'm talking about.
Deion know how to relate. Hold on. The reason I went to Bama was because of Coach Cheese. He was a black receiver coach. He'd been where I was trying to go.
Charlie Harbison.
You know what I'm saying?
So, but you gotta understand something, man. You gotta understand something. Yeah, I get it that these black mamas gonna let their babies go with Deion Sanders, but you can't rule out the fact that prime time hit some of them black mamas too now.
No,
so
God.
Oh my God.
So he prime time. Come on, man. He had come on, man. He done hit some of them Robertas and Laura's and Lucille's.
Cuz of Robertas.
Well, you name it for grandmoms.
I'm trying to say.
He prime time. He hit some of
them. Said Robertas.
Oh man, you run it off, man.
Right.
Hey man, think about it. And then some of these ladies still after prime time, so of course they're gonna let their son go there, and they're gonna end up at every game. I don't give a damn if the game is in Alaska. They're gonna drive just to get prime time.
Oh man.
ESPN's gonna be a lot of those games already. They've already announced it, so it's for real.
He gonna win, man.
And look, and guess who run ESPN? A black mama. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Man.
But I think for him though, the thing that's going to help him the most is them moving this football season to the spring. So now all eyes are going to be up. They're not competing with anybody for TV time this spring. So it's the perfect opportunity for him to grow his brand and his team and really attract the recruits that he really wants.
Well, you know what? The only thing he's going to be up against, and we all know as black men, I'm going to teach you something, Justin. As black men at an HBCU game, black folks don't go for the game. We go for the game.
Halftime.
So he's gonna have to really, really he gonna have to compete with them bands. He gonna have to compete.
If anybody can, he can. I'll be at a couple of games to see, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
Yeah,
I would come down there, but they stealing radios and cars and everything.
Hey,
I'll
be out there. I'll be out there. That's my time. That's my side of town.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get a rental car because I don't think they're gonna bring me my car back like they brought Boombox back.
You better know somebody. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm riding too, Mike. What's happening?
Hey, man.
Listen, man.
Bro,
hold on. My cousin got married in Jackson, Mississippi, and it's this one big club down there. I can't remember what the name of it is.
You talking about Freeline?
Freeline.
Yeah.
Man, they done robbed my cousins because they walked off on us. They done got robbed down. I was like, yeah, we told y'all to stay with us. And they done got robbed, man. I see y'all shouldn't have left the group.
Hey, man. Hey, I did a comedy club down there. When I tell you,
I was there.
Justin was there. Look, and me and him, we were the only two scared people in the building. Justin was scared because he was the only white boy in there. I was scared because I was just there.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, listen, Steve, they robbed my cousins. They walked off literally for no more than 4 or 5 minutes. They come back running, breathing hard. Like, what happened? They didn't got robbed because see what happened was they didn't tailed off because they see some chicks trying to go get us some chicks, and they got in. We told y'all.
Hey man, look, that was my first time meeting Justin, right? And after the show, usually people shake your hand, take a picture. Justin said hello to me. He said, I'm Justin, but he was running to the car. I'm like, wait a minute.
I was trying to get it started for you.
Hey, Sunday went down. You better get the hell out of there.
Hey man, all we did was high five each other on the way to the car.
That's it.
But you know what though? I'll be honest with y'all though, man. Jackson wasn't all bad. If you look at Atlanta right now, though, I don't even go in the city right now. It is terrible.
Marvin, let me tell you something. I live in Atlanta. I don't go in the city.
I live outside of Atlanta. I haven't moved to the outskirts, man. I moved to the suburbs.
Yeah, I live in the suburbs too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I first of all, I don't want to go to the city because somebody that look like me probably gonna come on to me. Then number two is just
man.
Yeah, come on.
But I'm saying that to y'all, man, in case Sharrief, Mike, y'all ever do come over here anytime soon. The way they over here robbing people and knocking out windows and stealing cars, man, be careful you come over here like for real.
Hey man, now let me finish my story. And dudes that look like me, they built like Marvin and all of y'all. They big muscular dudes, and you can't do nothing but be nice because you who wants to get beat up by a gay dude? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Hey, still a man at the end of the day, ain't they?
Yeah, they still men.
Hey,
so,
Steve, I got lost in College Park one time, man. I lived to tell the tale. Yeah.
What the hell was you doing down there?
Dude,
Oh my God.
Man.
Hold on. You was a young jock time. What the heck?
Man,
hey,
listen,
he got fooled by the name. He thought it was a college in College Park. That's what he thought.
That's what it was. No, man, I got the wrong. I got my GPS. Of course, got me. I was looking for somewhere to work out, and the GPS took me down to College Park.
Hey, Justin, man, your GPS don't like you, bro.
Hey, Justin, Siri was trying to kill you, bro.
I believe so. I believe so.
Listen, man.
Siri was trying to kill you.
Don't go down there. No, not happening.
I don't even go to Atlanta at all. Y'all can keep that.
Well, see, I live in the suburbs, so if I do go to the city, I drive my other car. I don't drive my baby down there. Doing that.
Hey, Mike. Marvin said he drive his other car. He trying to let y'all know slyway that he done made it. I made it,
Oh yeah, hey, he really just big boy is just then.
Yeah, he said he drive his other car.
Hey, when you got that show money, it changed. It changed. The conversation changed, huh?
Hey man, Marvin ain't on selling books. Marvin on Backpage. I don't give a damn what you say.
Oh man!
He in Atlanta. He might be one of the nasty dancers out there on the side.
Hey, hold on now. Listen, Steve is in Atlanta. If anybody got stripper tendencies, it's Steve, not me.
I already know what you're gonna do.
I remember that page. Don't do it to him. Don't
I
do it
ain't gonna do it
change
to
your
him today.
background.
Hey, Mark.
I ain't gonna do it to him today.
Just
Hey, Mark.
wait for the next show. We're here to pay tribute to somebody.
Right. I ain't gonna do it to him today.
We're gonna be good today. We're gonna be good today.
Hey, that would definitely mess up the tribute, and we'll go down as being disrespecting human beings forever.
And that's why I'm not. I'll deal with you at a later date,
Hey,
sir.
Marvin.
Yeah.
Hey, Marvin. The reason you have your left hand because you got your left hand on the button. You ready to put it up? Don't do it, Marvin.
They both right here. They both right.
Take your hand off. Take your hand off. Take your hand off the keys.
No, I ain't gonna do it today. We here for respect today. So
yeah. So before moving to the closing part of our show, can you talk about you guys talk about how special it was to win the national championship with Zoe, and especially now that you passed?
Mike, you can go ahead, Chase.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
I didn't hear the question. My phone had went mute.
Oh, my bad. Well, pay your minutes, man. No, looking back now after Zoe's passing, how special was it to win the national championship with him?
I mean, man, it's a different type of feel, I guess, because you realize how young you were, how young you are. It doesn't feel that long ago. When somebody's like, hey, man, you won the national in 2009. I'm just like, bro, I can still tell you the moment, the feeling, what probably I was listening to before the game. So it means more now, the fact that that time goes on and you're just like, man, we don't have a lot of time on this earth. You got to give your flowers to people while they're still here. Like, I wish I could go back and, you have deeper conversations with people. You wish you would have got to know them better. I wish I would have got a chance to go meet his mom a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Those are the things that you wish that you could do over, and realizing that, hey, man, you're going to be older a lot longer than you're young. And you need to make those relationships that will last a long time, a lifetime. So that's what it means more to me. The fact, and it really hits home because I got an 11-month-old son, I mean, bro, I can't even imagine, can't fathom, not even, that's tough, man. Again, that's why it hit home with all of us, because we're all in similar situations, man. So that's why I felt like I had to pay my respects. You know what I'm saying? Well,
I'll give y'all this one thing. So, I was talking to, earlier about the fact, my classmate, we were roommates on the road. We played the same position, same major. So we took every class together. Victor Ellis, he passed in 2008 while y'all were actually in school.
Mm-hmm.
And we had our 10th anniversary of our SEC championship in 2009. And when they were talking to me about it, and I told them, I said, Tim and Kathy Miller, they took care of Vic when he was dying of cancer. I told them, I said, if you want me and the rest of these guys to be here, they need to be there. And I told them the same thing when we had our 20th anniversary. So that my message in that to y'all is, man, include his daughter, man. Make sure y'all include her, include his mom in whatever you do, because I demanded it and the university did it. So don't let them tell you what they won't do, because I demanded that they did it, and they did do it, man. So that way they can at least see the legacy. His daughter can see that legacy that he leaves behind, man. Make it inclusive to her, because they will do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's heavy. That's heavy, man.
Yeah. Ali, what about you? I mean, you won a national championship with him and achieved the highest award there is in college football. How special was it, for you now that he has passed, that you won that accomplishment with him?
For me, I think it was more, like Mike pointed out, we were in the same class together, Lorenzo and I. So to me, it was more like we grew up together. That's the way I feel. I feel like we grew up together, and we seen the real bad times, and which Mike was there as well. But it was more like, that he was our class, our classmate, our brother that we came in with, and to actually get a championship with your class, it kind of changes. It kind of just makes you feel good, a sense of accomplishment. To me, I kind of felt like it brought us a little bit closer together because we did do something that, you know, a lot of people don't get to do. I not saying, you know, Alabama, they're doing it just about every other year now. So, but for us, it was just a little bit different because we really didn't know where we were going to be at, and the way everything was shaking up for us. And we had all these athletic guys coming in, and, you know, for us just to still be able to play and play with these guys, you know, it just felt like we just had some kind of sense of accomplishment, closeness, something that we can always just come back to and just talk about. Hey, man, we really did win a national championship. And that's something that we talked about. We actually talked about it when everybody else wasn't even thinking about it. I think Dedrick had went on before he had even got there. He's like, we're going to win 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that, you know, we didn't do it, but I mean, the rest of the other teams are actually doing it. And I don't know where that clip is, but I know Dedrick for sure was saying, he had said that, you know, we're going to win 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's actually happening, to where the rest of the Alabama teams are actually doing that. But I know that was, sorry about that. I know that was just something that was big for us. And I'm just happy to say that I was with those guys and with Lorenzo during that time, and seeing that confetti drop down on us and being on that stage. Like, it was a beautiful time. That's really all I gotta say about that.
I got a message from Zeke Knight. He wanted me to read this to y'all because he couldn't be here tonight because of work. He said, "Well, I'm really hurt about this. He was young and gone too soon. I wish that I had the chance to hang out with him like we used to. I'm praying for his family because I can only imagine how they feel. Rest in peace, my brother." And one last question, you guys. What would you say his legacy is that he's left behind? I'll start with you, Ali.
His legacy, I think, is it's hard for me to separate, you know, football and family, but his legacy basically is his daughter. And for us as his teammates, you know, we gotta, me personally, I think we have to, like Marvin was saying, we have to include them, you know, that so they'll be able to actually see what he's done. Because that, you know, his daughter, to me, that's his legacy. You know, that is his legacy. That's one of the greatest things he's ever done. And for us, we have to get to know her and talk to her and kind of tell her what type of man that he was when we were there. As far as football goes, just to be able to grow, and take collective criticism, you know.
All right.
And I tell you one quick thing, though, man. You know, I talked about this shirt. I've been carrying this shirt forever, man. You see the date on this shirt?
Yes, sir.
Even though y'all lost this game to Louisiana Monroe on November 17, 2007, we sold so many of these shirts and we did so many other things, man, to raise money for his family, man, and for him. I implore y'all, man, do whatever y'all can just to make sure his daughter's good, man. Please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mike, what would you say his legacy is? Are you piggybacking off of what Ali said, or do you think there's something else?
I think his story is going to continue to live on, man, because he lived out pretty much every dream that you have as a young man growing up. You played on the you played at a premier college and you played on Sundays, whether it turned out like you wanted to, nobody can ever take that away from you. As you know, I know he started his own business. I mean, self-employed, you got a family. I mean, you won. You were winning.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that nobody can say anything bad about you, or the fact that you were a villain in anyone's story who's on this line right now, that speaks nothing but volumes.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can't argue with anyone when they say we got to include their family, man, especially his daughter and his mother, because she's going to marry somebody just like him, far as being of his caliber, and she needs to know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
How good of a man that he was, how strong he was mentally, physically, just gifted all around. I'm really, like I said, man, I'm still at a loss for words because, again, I can't say, hey, man, we drank beer together, we partied, we did this. But the fact that this was a man in your same, that put on the same uniform as you, that was right next to you, laced up the same shoes as you, man, it's mind-boggling. So,
Yeah.
And I don't think we still digested it at all. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, you guys, we do. It's almost like that cousin. You're cousins. You know what I'm saying? You may not talk every time, but y'all still family. And those 4 years that you spend together, that's exactly what you become, family.
So. Well, Mike, speaking on what you just said, I'm going to volunteer Justin for something because I talked to somebody earlier. I'm not going to say his name while we're on live because he don't want anybody to know. But if y'all would each, man, put together 20, 30-second video clips, man, I get Justin to edit it, put a video together for his mom and his daughter, man, something that y'all can give them to say, hey, we always going to remember him and we going to appreciate him from now until the end of time. So, you know, if y'all can get the guys to send a, 20, 30-second clip to Justin, he'll be more than happy to edit it and put together a nice video.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially for the guys who couldn't make it tonight. There's a lot of guys who had work conflicts, and a lot of them just were taking it too hard to really speak on it. And I understand because, you know, this runs deep. So I totally get it. But definitely want to bring together the whole Alabama nation, especially your group. So, yeah, just let me know when you can do that. I'm more than happy.
All right, I'm on it. I do my part. And yeah, man.
Whatever. And this will be a video that won't be seen in public. Nobody will ever see it. It'll go to his mom and his daughter for their views and their views only. Yes, nobody else.
Yes. I'm with that. I'm with that all the way.
All right, good deal. All right, before we close on out, Marvin, if you would give us an update on your book and how.
I don't really want to talk about the book, but I'll just say this: next week we'll have on Jason Jones, former Alabama DB, defensive back coach, University of Indiana. We'll have on Lance Taylor, former Alabama wide receiver and current Notre Dame running back coach. They'll be on with us next Tuesday.
Awesome. Definitely check that out. Guys, thank you again for coming on. Thank you for sharing your heart. I know it was hard, especially on a situation like this, but I do appreciate you guys opening up, with us. It means a lot.
I appreciate you for coming on. Both of y'all reaching out to me and Mike and the rest of the guys. That meant a lot to me personally, to be able to speak about Lorenzo and just to speak, period, on you guys' show. And that means a lot to me.
We really do appreciate y'all, man. And again, I know how you feel, man. I went through it. It does not feel pleasant because, again, we all feel like we superhuman as athletes. We don't think that this would ever be our world. And it's hard to process, man. So rely on your brothers. Don't be afraid to call them and tell them how you feel. Don't digest it and take it alone. Talk to people.
Absolutely.
Question.
Well, God bless you guys. I'm praying for you guys. I'm praying for his family. And if y'all need anything, let me know. And like I said, I'm glad to help out with that video. Anything else? And we talked about it earlier as far as if you want to put together something that could help out his daughter, we are more than happy to promote it on the show and do our part.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Do we need to raise any money or anything like that?
That's what
I think that would be appropriate for her. If y'all could put that together, maybe we get BJ involved with the A Club and put something together for her, maybe a scholarship fund. So, or something she can use later on in life. I'm more than happy to donate, and I will rally everybody who played at Alabama to donate, and every Alabama fan on this planet, give it up because she needs to be supported.
That's right.
Agreed.
All right.
Hey, I need an article. I'll put an article on it.
Sounds great, man. Again, thanks, guys. And we'd love to have y'all back on under happier circumstances at a later date. Like I said, we're always about bringing people back together, especially the former legends. We'd love to give you all this opportunity to have community, man, because it's so important, especially these days.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, guys.